Can you hear me? Can you see me on the head? Welcome, welcome. Please respond to that. Because if you can't see me on the head, I have to move the camera. But if you can see all of me, then we'll keep it there. Welcome, welcome. For those of you who are going to watch this later, my intention here in this live is to convince you that you need more money. So this is how I'm going to do it. Number one, I'm going to share a little bit of my story and what makes me really very passionate about this topic. Then I'm going to share people, like why people end up losing money. That they had the money and then they lost it. What happened? They had it, they don't have it anymore. Then I'm going to suggest ways you can make more money. So that's the purpose of this. Can you see me, please? Put in the chat. Welcome, welcome. How about, can you see my head? Can you see all of me? If you can't see all of me, I have to move and set up the camera one more time. But if you can see me, then we can continue. Let me see. The other day, I made a mistake of not checking in, and I ended up talking to myself. So, please respond. Can you, I see you had a good discussion there. You want to make 1.5 million? Okay, can you see the head? Just put yes. You can see all of me, okay? Please, I need another yes. I need another yes there in the chat. Okay. You know, we have a tendency. Okay, good. Thank you. They can see me. I can't see myself though, full here. We have a tendency to think that everything is fine. Oh, I finished my education. Maybe you are on PhD level. I don't know where you are. Have your house. You have some savings. You have some investments. Have a nice car, everything is good. Some savings, right? No. Wait. It may not be so good because something can change. Something can change. I'll tell you a short story about me. When I came to USA, by the way, for me, I come from a family of business people. They're always making money. They're always, at that time, you have to have like a store somewhere in the Kampala. I'm originally from Uganda, East Africa. Here, I'm Virginia, USA. I've been here for almost 30 years now. So either someone was going to Dubai to bring things, going to London, to Italy. I had a sister who would go get things to sell. My father had a shop. So it was a business family. I remember by 14 years, I was already doing some kind of business. I'd buy like a pair of shoes, right? And we used to have like a store on Rome Street. So I'd go buy my pair of shoes and I leave them for someone to sell them for me as I go back to school. Because I would do the business to get some money and buy something also to sell. And when they sell the shoes, they'll send me my money to, when I come in the holidays, they say, okay, we sold it, you made a little profit. So I was always business minded. And then when I finished university, I was in real business now. I used to sell tires from Tanzania, bring them to Uganda. Yeah, business minded. So when I came to America, of course, I couldn't do those kind of businesses. Here, things are done big. But I was always thinking, how do you make money? Like I was always business minded. This is not new. So I remember with my husband, I was the one like following up on these things. How do we make more? How do you invest it? I was always learning on YouTube. No, not YouTube. It was TV at that time. So I remember Oprah brought in this Susie Oman, used to be our teacher, money. She would say, respect the money, we'll do this. And then we were talking about how it's important to have an emergency fund. So I'll say it to you too also. Emergency fund. Money just waiting for emergency. And this emergency fund, they used to say, I'll give a simple example so we do simple math. Let's assume your monthly expenses. You pay the rent, you pay everything you need to pay. Needs, I'm talking about needs. That must be paid equals like $1,000 USA, right? Let's assume you're in USA and 1,000 is enough to pay your bills. So the emergency money was the money that it takes you through the month if you didn't have to work, if you didn't have any more coming in. So they were recommending to have 6,000. That means the amount you need every month times 6. It needs to be saved up, don't touch it in case of emergency, right? And I remember around that time they were changing it now. They were saying, 6 months is not enough. We need to be 18 months, right? They were starting to say, you need 18 months. So I was following everything. I'll talk to my husband, you know what, we need a savings account, a separate one, we'll do that. And then the guru stepped into my life, this one. That's when I got that little book I talked to you about, this. I got a book, it wasn't this one, at that time it was this one. This is the latest version, right? So now I started learning other things. He was talking about passive income. So what he meant by passive income, he said that, remember the 1,000 that we need every month? That you could actually make it passively. That you could have maybe rental properties that bring us, like maybe you have one bring 300, another one 300, another one 300. So if you had 3, that means you can make that 1,000 and now you don't have to work anymore. So you can have enough passive income that you don't need to work anymore. I said, that's a good idea. How do we start making passive income? So that's where I was thinking. I remember what I would think. I remember I would take my daughter to martial arts as I started. You know those parents who sit on the benches to wait for their children doing exercise, whatever? I would have books and I'd talk to people, other parents. I said, do you know you could make passive income? And I remember one lady one time said, wow, we are far from that. We can't, we also have a lot of debt, whatever. So we talk about these things. For me, I was focused on making sure we have financial independence, we have passive income, we have all these things. And then one morning, who is listening? Who is listening? One morning, it doesn't matter, you may listen to this 2 years from now, it will still be relevant. Because it's intended to wake you up. That's the purpose of this. One morning, because the way America was set up, we don't have like a maid or someone helping us at home. So I was the one responsible to make sure the children go to school, they go to the exercise, anything they have to do, they have these classes over here and these classes over there. I was the one doing that and making sure the home is okay. But I was always doing something online. But small money, not big money. Because I had the other responsibilities. So my husband would be the one getting out to go make the big money, right? So I said bye to him, he goes. But then around, my routine used to be go to the gym, after I drop off my daughter to school, go to the gym, come home, start looking at my online stuff. And then on this day, around maybe 11 a.m., he left, like around 8:30, like there. Around 8 a.m., I get a call that changed everything. In fact, because of that phone call that came, maybe that's why I'm here on YouTube, because it changed everything. My husband was involved in a bad accident. And when I got to, I'll make it short, right? Let's say when I saw him, when I finally got to the hospital to see him, actually he's lucky, or we are lucky, that, can you imagine having an accident, that everything else is not working, except you have your face. You have your face, and you have like from here, because even the neck, they had to tie the neck, it wasn't stable. So like he had his face, and he could speak. So he could see you, he could speak to you, but everything else, no. So going through that, it took us about 10 months, almost a year, to get him out of a wheelchair. And doing that, remember our money, the money we had saved? You know what we were going through? Number one, he's not working, I'm not working. The money we are going through, x-rays and more x-rays. Physical therapy appointments and more physical, that's after we've done all the surgeries. Because we would say, we're going to do surgery, today is the stomach. Now surgery is the leg. Now surgery is the arm. Oh my God. Now, after I got him home, which was maybe about after a month, it was therapy and more therapy, appointments, drive here, drive there, to take him. And then, whenever you come, like they say, go do what? X-rays. You have to go to do x-rays first, because whenever I come back for an appointment, they want to see what's going on, because it was inside. So they want to see, okay, how are the bones now doing? So go take some more. So, that life, you don't watch it on your last evening, because it's tough. It's tough. By the end of that whole thing, I had high blood pressure, I tell you. The reason I tell you that story is because at the end of the 10 months, when he was finally able to get out of the wheelchair, he could stand and walk, the walkers and all that, there was no money. And the bills from the hospitals, over 300,000 USA dollars. So how do you deal with that? And now I was thinking, What's the easiest way to make money, to bring in money? That's how I ended up researching and said the easiest way, I think, is because everything else, when you work, you don't get the money immediately. You have to, like I have gone, because I've not been in the system, employment system. I had my degree and everything, but you have to go through a process. They will say, why have you not been working? All this stuff. So I said, you know what? I want to do something that brings in money quickly. And also no one asked me any questions about what is your experience, whatever. So what I did, I researched and I said, I think it's going to be cleaning. So I went to the best, I searched, which is the best cleaning company around here. I found it. And I said, you know what? I have to go learn how to clean. So that's where I went. I worked there for 2 months to learn how a house is professionally cleaned. Of course, I was cleaning at home. How is the house professionally cleaned? So after I learned, I actually intended to work for those people for a while, but they were doing things. They'll send you far away. I said, I think I'm going to start doing something for myself. That's how I ended up cleaning. Those of you who want cleaning. Then I ended up making it a business and stuff. And then when I turned 50, I said, I can't clean forever. That's how I ended up online, right? The whole thing is, we were fine at that time. And anyone's person would say, things are good, things are great. You see what happened? It's changed. So if these kind of things have not happened to you, consider yourself blessed, but then don't count yourself out yet, because it could still happen to you, okay? So today before I came here, I went and watched, I was researching how people lose money after they had it, right? And I found, in fact, they had 20 stories. 20 people, real people, I'm not going to say their names right here, but 20 real people that we know, mostly who has been like in music, on Hollywood, in the movies, who lost their money. And the reason they lost their money, for them, mostly it was because of taxes. Taxes, not paying taxes. You know, when you make money in USA, especially the large money, they take like half of it in taxes. So, in fact, when they're teaching you, people who know about this, they say, when you make money, open up an account for taxes. So that when you're paid, if you're paid 10 million, make sure I put 5 in the tax account, or you're going to be in trouble. People have gone to prison over taxes, American taxes. So most people who lost their money, it was because of taxes. They didn't file the taxes. They were lying on the taxes, stuff like that. The other people, but now let me go to the regular person. Those are the Hollywood people, the one with the millions. How about us, regular people? How do we lose money? Number one, you need to know that at any moment, the money coming in has to be more than the money going out. So the money you bring in has to be more than the money you spend. If you get to the point where there's no way they call cash flowing in, trouble is coming. Because it doesn't matter if you had so much in savings, whatever, as long as the money stops coming, soon you won't have any money. So the regular people, the reason they get in trouble with money, I have seven that I put right here. Maybe you can tell me some more in the chat. First of all, I like to talk to people who are going to watch this other video. Then I'll come to the chat. So reason number one, making less. So if you've been making maybe $2,000 every month, and maybe you have expenses like $1,000 or whatever a month, and then the money stops coming in the way it used to come, soon, trouble is coming. Because if you're in the USA, you end up starting using like credit cards to catch up with some things, and at some point, you'll be in trouble. That's number one, earning less. Also earning one source of income. I could put it right here. Multiple. Make sure you have money coming from multiple sources. In case you lose a job here, at least you have some money coming from over there. That's why I always invite you to come online and learn to have some money. Because when we are online, the good thing, we are paid by more than one company. So if this company has some issue, another one will send you something at least, okay? So number two, child support. You know child support, especially men, you know women too. But the men who love to have more than more than one woman, and children from more than one woman, you know what's going to kill you? Child support. Because when you are in a relationship with a woman, you have a child, even if it's just one child only, and then you leave this woman with a child and go to another one. You know what's going to happen? That woman is going to ask for child support. And child support is going to depend on your income. She had to prove, if she proves that you make whatever amount of money, she's taking a big chunk of it, and because of the child. And this is done by the courts, and there's no, they don't play with that child support money. You don't think you're going to just keep having children and not taking care of them. So what they do, if you refuse, if they send you, they say come to court, they put in court, child support is going to be $500 every month, whatever it is, and you miss it, try missing it. You miss one time, 2 times, and she goes to court, say you didn't pay the child support. Guess what they do? They start following you around with a job. Any job you make, any job you work, they take off the child support. It's automated, it's cut off. Anywhere you go, they'll cut it off. So now, let's assume you had 2 women. Robert, Herbert, this message is for you. If you're in USA, what if you had 2 women and one girlfriend, and one had a baby and another one had a baby? Then you end up getting married after having 2 babies with 2 different women. Do you know those 2 have to get their money first before you can make any money in your bank? I think I'm a bit greedy. What do you mean? You're a bit greedy. I didn't understand, honey, for your comment. So I'm coming to you. Follow this. If you're a man and you're in USA, because when you are a man, like in where I come from in Africa, people just leave children for the women to take care of the children. But here, it's no joke. Only if a woman decides not to tell the courts. Just go to court and you pay your child according to your standard of living. The amount of money, however money you make, they give her according to how much you're making, your children. Now, if you have 2 children by 2 different women, and now you're getting married over here, that means you have 3 places to send money to. You are sending to the first child and the other child, and then you have to take care of the current household. And do you know how it gets worse? If that's another point. So I said, if you earn less, that's one reason you're gonna lose money at some point. Number 2, child support. Now, a third one is connected to number 2, divorce. So if you get divorced and you are divorcing a woman who also has children. Now, if it so happens that you used to take care of these people, the woman was not working, she was at home, and you're the one taking care of everything. And do you know, we used to think that when you divorce a man, or a man divorces you and he was not taking care, you are not working, the man would say, she was not even working, she wasn't contributing. So as you say that, you are incrementing yourself, because now they say, okay, she wasn't working, that means you've been taking care of her for 10 years. Okay, that's good. You're going to continue to take care of her for the next 10 years. That's called alimony. Okay? So they're going to put child support and they're going to put alimony. Now, that's the person who's divorcing. The first one had girlfriends. This one is divorcing a wife. So you divorce a wife, you have child support, you have alimony. Now you have to take care of the new marriage and the new children and all that. You see how you lose money? How you end up with no money? That's number 3. Number 4, career change. Like you change things. You've been doing this, you change, you want to do something else, and then you end up with not enough money to take care of things. You end up with no money. Number 5, and these are big ones, legal expenses. Someone sues you. Do you know America is actually a strange country? Let me tell you. If I have a guest in my house, a guest could be my sister. They come to visit, and they end up falling on the stairs in my house. They sue me. They sue me, and I have to pay all their expenses or everything. So if you get sued because someone came to your house and they ended up breaking their leg or something happened on your property, that's how another way to lose money. You're going to need lawyers, and then you're going to need to pay this person whatever the judgment is. You see how you lose money? Now, and that's why, while we're still on this legal part, that's why when you come to do a business, I'll say, don't put a business in your name. Because of the suing, businesses are more likely to be sued than people. So like when I had a cleaning business, if I had a cleaning business and I put it in my name, and I go to clean someone's house, and maybe the house burns down or something happens, do you know they are coming after you? They come after you and whatever you own. But if you separated your business, that's why we do LLCs, you separate your business from you, then they're suing only the business. At least you have a little thing left that's personal, okay? That's a lot of nuggets. Call them nuggets. So when you're doing business, make sure it's a limited liability, it has limited, it's separate from you for those reasons, legal. Okay, that was number 5. Number 6, medical. I told you my story. That was the medical issue. Medical expenses can wipe everything out. Everything you ever owned could go because of medical. Now, another number 1, the last one, number 7, I'm trying to make this short. The last one I have here is death, sudden death. Someone dies really quickly, and this is the person who was the provider. That's common. The person who was paying the bills and doing everything is now dead. Do you know it just happened here, where I am here in Virginia? A family actually just moved, I think from Afghanistan. They had filed their papers and they came through, and they've been here for like 2 months. The man was working. He came with his wife and the children. The man was the only one working, I think. And guess what? He was walking from praying, Maghrib, those are Muslims. He was crossing the road. He was hit by a car and he died a few days later. Guess what? We were here, they were asking for even paying the bills. Those bills that like my husband had, they were everywhere. And he died and then he left the bills. So we had to, even funeral expenses. But now you imagine the wife and the children. What's going to happen to them? Because he's the only provider. Because this lady, I talked to her a little bit. We were just saying hello in the masjid because we were at the funeral, right? Another prayer. I don't know that she even knew English to the level of working in America. I don't know her level of education or anything. But what I knew, they said the man was the only one working. Sudden death creates catastrophe, family issues, money issues, okay? So that's what I was going to say. Now, the way we solve that, multiple sources of income, making sure you have more income coming in than more money was spent, making sure you have some passive income. Maybe you have rental properties that still bring in money whether you are here or not. But you have to put in on all sides. And insurance in USA, insurance, making sure you have some insurance to protect your assets, to protect your family if you die. So I know some Muslims could be watching me and say, no, you don't insure. Insurance, I'm not a legal scholar, I'm not like an expert in religion, but I know that when you have insurance, life insurance is to help the people who stay when you die. So we're not insuring life, that you are, some people interpret it like you are insuring life, that you're insuring so you don't die. No, we all know we're going to die. The reason you have this insurance is to make sure when you die, it takes care of the bills that you didn't pay, all those things, and also your family. So I encourage that, especially if you still have young children. Yeah. But before I go to that, I was going to say ways to make money. Before I get to that, I have a message for those people, young people, who decide, for example, to drive a car before you build a house. Especially if you're in a developing country where you have to build your house and buy a car. Please, 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 put out a little room for your people so that when you die, at least they have a place where they can cry from, not to cry on the street, okay? I'm very, very passionate about that. Make sure they're provided for where they're going to be in case something happens to you. Even something happens to you, you may not even die. You could just be like, maybe you had an accident or something like that. There's no income, then they throw you on the street. Make sure you own a place, somewhere to stay with your family and you, okay? So that's my message. Now, how do we make more money? I say, even if you have a job right now, make sure you have another something bringing in the money. Because one of the things, although I said change of career, it could be losing a job. I didn't say that actually. Losing a job. I should have put it there. When you lose a job, the money stops. So then what happened? Okay? So have multiple sources of income, have a side hustle like they call them these days. And in my previous live, I was talking about ways to make more money. And I said, okay, to make more money like a side money. That there are high income skills, we call them these days, because of the internet. you can learn, you can master something called copywriting. If you learn how to write copy, you can write for other people. You can write your own copy. You can write a blog. You can do websites. You can do write for people. We have what called landing pages when you do marketing. Someone who markets like writes landing pages, the text they put there, or newsletters. You could be a person who knows how to use words right if you are trained. Copywriting, they pay you really, really well. Another one was editing videos. This, especially if you're younger, editing videos is another side hustle you can make money from. And then the other one was said content creation. As I'm talking to you here right now, I'm in content creation. Just come and share something. People watch it. YouTube will pay you. Other people will pay you. TikTok now paying you also. Come be a content writer, content creator. You can just come and share what you know. That's it. Then another one I said was what Robert Kiyosaki said, the most high paying skill that you can have is learning to sell, selling things. If you learn the language of selling and you can sell, convince people to buy things, that's the most widely paid, highly paid skill that you can learn, okay? And all these, like for me, I'm an affiliate marketer, so I share, come learn affiliate marketing, that's for, by all those, they lead into like affiliate marketing. You can promote, like when you learn copywriting, you can also content creation, we end up being affiliate marketers, we promote other companies' products and get paid. So if you, the easiest way actually you can make more money right now as I'm talking to you is to master or to learn affiliate marketing. All you do is promote other companies' products, you get paid. In fact, recently I'm so excited to share a free course. Oh my God. Brian Brewer brought a free course I cannot explain because it's free. 6 lessons free. He's teaching you how to start affiliate marketing. Now, after the 6 lessons, he wants to upgrade you to his system. But if you don't have money to get into his system, at least you learn the basics. You can come back to me. I'll show you how you start promoting other things if you don't go into his system. So I put after this live, this is the live. When you come later, it will be in a pinned comment. You'll see a video that I recorded yesterday, actually. We had it yesterday. That shows you how to get that course. But right here in the description right now is there too. So those who are in my chat, I can share that link. The video that's going to... In fact, I could share the real link. Just a second. I'll get the link, I put it in, then I'm coming to you in the chat. Let's talk about this. What do we do? I'm getting you the link to get to the free marketing this course. Although connecting with me would be the best. I think let me give you a video instead. Connecting with me first is better because it's going to get you to what? To me, so I can advise you better. Remember, you're going to go get the free. So you connect with me. That's the video I put. That's the video I'll put in the chat, I think. So that, no, in the pinned comment. So that you connect with me. After you go learn for free, come back to me and say, okay, now I know what this is. What do I do next? I'll show you what to do. Okay? Now I'm with you in the chat. What did you take away from what I just said? You know Steve Harvey? Do you know Steve Harvey? Now he's does motivation, but he's the comedian. He says, for anything to change in your life, you have to jump. You know, when you jump like this. You go from here to there. When he means by you have to jump, it means something has to change. This is the new year, 2024, as I'm recording this, as I'm here live. The year has changed. For me, I'm actually jumping. I'm already jumping. That's why you see me everywhere. Some people are even unsubscribing to my YouTube channel. Do you know why? Because they see me too much. I'm showing up in their face every single day. They say, this woman, she's here again. Yes, I'm here again. I don't care if you unsubscribe. Me, I'm here. This message, even if it gets to just one person, if my story gets to just one person, and they get to say, you know what, I think I have to do things a little bit different. I need a new source of income. I need to take care of me to build a little house for my children. If one person gets that message, I'm done. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Because that's why I keep talking and talking and talking. People don't listen, but I keep talking. Okay? So what do you get from that? How about I'm coming to you first. What do you get to that? I had a message about, but let me recap it first, maybe to remind you what I said. I started off by telling my story, and I said everything was fine. Everything was fine. The emergency fund was there. We had the children fund, we call this college funds here, saving up for children's college. Monthly bills were fine. The money sent to Uganda to our parents was fine. Everything was great. And the savings in the emergency was there. Remember I told you I was just thinking about passive income. That's the situation I was in. I ended up with nothing. In fact, when I would go to clean, I would come back with money and I would go grocery shopping because I had to take food home. That's how bad it was. At some point, I remember having just $5. We'd wait the store here that they had these frozen foods, frozen dinners. So when you wait for that day, when they put them on sale, we started knowing how they put them on sale. You know, right now, I don't even know what's going on with them. At that time, we knew when everything was on sale. So I'd go with $5 and I buy 3 packages of frozen foods. And now I know, wow, that's enough for some time. That's the kind of life it was. That's where it led, the whole thing. So something can come and change your life. Then I gave 7 reasons. In fact, I should have added career change. I should call it losing a job. This career change. I gave 7 reasons why. 7. Why your money situation could change. You think you are fine, and then you are not fine anymore. Number 1 was something happened that you start earning less money. If you are bringing less money. And then number 2, I said child support for men, especially women too, by the way. Women pay child support to men in USA. If it's the woman who was there making more money, and maybe the man was at home and they separate, they have to pay. Even almond, they pay the men. It happened both ways. It's more common for men to pay women. Number 3, I said divorce. Divorce is going to lead you to pay child support and also almond for the wife. And that almond can go on for like 10 years. I had a lady used to do art, teach my daughter art, fine art, and she said, I'm here, my ex-husband is paying for my house. She was getting enough money from the ex-husband to pay for her house and all her living expenses because she had been a housewife. They had like 7 children or 6, and the man changed his mind, wanted to divorce her. He ended up paying for her lifestyle. At that time, she was like 60, 70 years. Yeah, he was the one doing it now. So you play around, the woman is going to take it to court, you're going to pay for her. So be careful. Now, that was divorce. Then I said, number 4, I modified it. At first, I said career change. Then I said, you could lose a job. If you lose your job, things change. Number 5, I said legal expenses, something to do with legal. Maybe you have to pay a lawyer for something. They take all your money. Number 6, I said medical expense. For us, that's what it was, so medical thing. Then number 7, I said that sudden death. Sudden death changes if the breadwinner is not there anymore, so the money is gone. Okay, now I also gave you ways to make money. I said you could learn copywriting, video editing, content creation, learning how to sell. And I said affiliate marketing, you can learn how to make money online. That's what I do full-time, affiliate marketing. And I promise you that there's a free course right there in the description. And also I just shared the video. But connect with me first if you don't intend to go on with him. Because for him, he's teaching high-ticket affiliate marketing. So if you finish the free part, he's going to talk to you about upgrading. So if you think you may not be able to upgrade and it's not available for all countries, connect with me. So make sure you connect with me first. I'll share the video. And then I'll show you other ways you can make money. You can also come and do what I'm doing here. You may think it's so hard. Actually, it's not. You just have sister, Hanifa. Come and learn what I do. I want you to see you here. I want to interview you also. Okay, so do we have Kalibala anymore or no? Or we don't? How about, are you still in the chat or you're not? You put me. I don't know why you put me. What was I talking about? So, someone responded with me, but I wasn't watching the chat. Okay, so those are my tips. Please, no one has enough money. But the billionaires, those are different. But by the way, the billionaires can get problems that wipe out their money too. Haven't you heard them being sued or something? That's why they keep making more. Do you know they want more than us even? They don't sleep. They're still making more money. Okay, let me see. I'll come and have the energy, the life, and the new me. Ah, that's for you. I asked you a question, you didn't answer me. I said, what is your takeaway? Let me hear what's your takeaway. You know what? Save the takeaway for my comments. Don't give it to me. Put it in the comments, okay? Don't put it, you can put it here, but I want it in the comments so other people can see it. Amidst all that, everything is going to be better. Yeah. Everything is going to be better, but you have to keep going. We have to keep learning. We have to keep going, especially the internet is making things a little bit easier, okay? Thank you all so much for supporting this message. Please, I appreciate you adding a comment later after this video ends. Please don't leave the ones in the chat until you put a comment for me, but comment on what I just said. What did you think about, or what are you going to change after listening to this? I hope you took out something, okay? Those 20 people, the video I was watching, you can't believe it. They used to be millionaires. At some point, one had 150 million. How many million? Millions. But they lost it. So we have to make sure money keeps coming. You have to build those assets, like Robert Kiyosaki says, assets, so that you have something coming in here, coming in there, different sources of income, passive income, okay? Thank you so much for watching it, especially those in the chat, Hanifa, Herbert, Kalibala. I really appreciate all of you. Let me see. Some people I didn't see. Yeah. So until next time, I'll keep popping up with this kind of messages. Don't get tired of me. I'll pop up. Listen, just listen. I don't think I said nonsense. I said there's always something. There's always something to take out. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.